Hey everybody, it's Jordan here at the Music Zoo alongside my friend Mike Venezia from Taylor Guitars. We're talking about something really special and fun today, the new Taylor Legacy Collection. Mike, how you doing?
Doing well, thanks for having me.
Excellent. Let's talk about these legacy guitars. There's 5 in the collection. What's the backstory here?
So the backstory is this. In 2024 was Taylor's 50th anniversary. And as we were coming to the close of that, Bob Taylor wanted to kind of take a look back at some of the models that put us on the map. And back in the 70s and 80s and 90s when we were constructing guitars like these models, we didn't have some of the modern technology that we have today. And so he took a look back, wanted to take a look at some of these models, but construct them using modern appointments that Taylor of today has. So what do I mean by that? Well, there are, you mentioned, 5 models currently, and this will expand to other models in the future.
Oh, cool.
But currently there's 5 models. So we have what you're holding there, the 855E, which is a jumbo-shaped guitar, which jumbo hasn't been in our lexicon for a little while, probably
for sure. Yeah,
over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So we brought that back. Why did we bring this guitar back? Well,
Because it's awesome.
it's awesome if you want to play the largest sounding 12-string,
Yeah.
but the easiest playing 12-string at the same time. That's this guitar. This is the guitar that helped put Taylor on the map because that's the model that Neil Young used in his Rust Never Sleeps concert movie back in 1979. Now that's just one example. We also have an 815E, so a 6-string version of this. We also have an 810E, which was our Dreadnought. Now when we started as the American Dream Guitar Company and Bob Taylor and Kurt Listug bought that company, there were 2 shapes, the Dreadnought and the Jumbo. So those models are all a callback to that. They're all rosewood sides and back with spruce tops. Then we look forward to the 90s when we started creating Grand Auditorium shaped bodies. So that started in 1994. And we have a 514 CE and a 714 CE from that era. Now those have cedar tops, and the 514 CE has mahogany sides and back. The 714 CE has rosewood sides and back.
Gotcha.
All of these guitars are constructed more or less as they were back then. So they're actually X-brace guitars, different from our current V-class bracing.
Very cool.
They all have appointments that are tied into that timeline. So they look just like they did back in the day, except now they're made with fully removable necks. Back when these guitars were first made, all of our necks have been removable, but the fingerboard extension was glued on. And
Gotcha.
in 1999, we came up with the NT neck, which is now known as the Taylor neck, which is fully removable with shims in the heel and neck pockets to adjust in microfractions of degrees of angles to set your action, if you will. So we're now making these guitars with that technology. So now you have all the cool sound and appointments from that era, but with all the modern technology that Taylors of today are made with.
It's awesome. Best of both worlds.
Exactly. Now, one other thing is that back when we started making these guitars, we didn't have electronics in our guitars, right? But everybody wants electronics in their guitars today. Since we didn't have ES2 or ES1, our own proprietary electronics at that time, we opted to put LR Baggs Element VTC pickups in these guitars.
Great pickup system.
It really does complement these quite nicely.
I always like these for the volume and tone mounted right in the sound hole, nice and easy to control. Not that the ES2 isn't easy to control, they all are.
Yeah.
But I thought we were talking about this last night. That's a really interesting point and insight that you didn't want to go with ES2 electronics just because it wasn't available back then. It wouldn't be fitting, and it's kind of just an interesting move. I like it for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, literally in the 70s, there were no pickups in our guitars.
That's true.
None.
Yeah.
So to put something in, because we know that most players do want to have electronics in their guitars, we went with something a bit more, that gave a bit more of a traditional sound to match all of these guitars that we're surrounded by right now.
For sure. Let's talk about your opinion. What's your favorite guitar in the Legacy collection?
For me, I'm not a Dreadnought guy. I'll admit this, but I like our 810E
Cool,
the
that's a good
Legacy
one.
810E,
Yeah.
because that guitar is, it's more of that traditional loud Dreadnought sound. Most Dreadnoughts, again, like I said, I'm not really a big fan of. I'm a huge fan of our Grand Auditorium shape. So the 714 CE for me is number 2.
Yeah.
Because it has that traditional, first run Grand Auditorium tone that we put out with the cedar top.
Yeah.
Which really I call cedar sonic sandpaper. It rolls off some of the super high end that can be a bit biting. So that's why I like cedar as the top of a guitar. But both of those sound great. Now, all of these sound great, and there's a different purpose for every one of them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The 855E, the Legacy 855E as a 12-string, bulletproof.
Yeah, I mean, I'm holding this on purpose because
Yeah.
this is my favorite out of the collection for sure. Just because it's like you said, it's so easy to play. Cello 12 strings are always super easy to play, but the rosewood, everything, the X-bracing, it all just sounds like a cannon.
It does. It's really loud. Plus, it has the mustache bridge.
Yeah, it does look really cool.
Yeah, both jumbos, in fact, have the
That's
mustache
right.
bridge.
And then after this, I really like the 514. There's a certain punchiness to the mahogany and the GA shape that I just really like.
There's something for everybody within the Legacy series, and that's why we chose the models that we did. We didn't want to just give one model or 2 models. We gave you an array of models in different tone woods and different shapes to help you accomplish what it is that you need when you're playing, whether it's recording, playing live, going on tour and playing for 30 billion people at once or something. Wait,
Should be
that's
so
not
lucky.
possible. That'd be great. But or if you're doing your live YouTube sessions, whatever it is, there's something here that's going to give you what you need. So,
Do you think if you already have a growing Taylor collection, the Legacy would be a good addition?
absolutely, because we try to be. Again, we try to have something for everyone. We just went through that. But throughout the entire Taylor line, there's something for everyone, whether it be tonally or shape. This expands that a little bit further. Now, Taylor's been known as, the modern acoustic guitar. That's what our reputation is at this point. This pays tribute to where we came from. So the guitars of today that we make don't sound like these. And if you're looking to expand your tonal palette, this is a great way to do that.
That's a good word to use because I think in the guitar industry we all know the word reissue, right? Remakes of guitars from the past, but that's not really what these are because there's certainly more modern appointments in there, so it's more of a tribute.
It is, and Bob will tell you that. He wanted to make something that pays tribute but not duplicate exactly what we did.
Totally. So now that you have the story on the Legacy collection from Taylor Guitars, let's hear these things in action. Mike, thank you so much for all that information. It was wonderful. All 5 in the Taylor Legacy Collection are available at the Music Zoo. Shop online at themusiczoo.com, or if you're local to New York, come into our showroom on Long Island. Feel free to email us, call us if you have any questions. We're here to find the right Taylor guitar for you. We'll see you soon.